Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the AI Sports Lab. Tonight, we are going to answer the question, who is the greatest of all time in the NBA? Is it Michael Jordan? Is it LeBron James? Could it be Kobe Bryant? I don't know. But I've spent time with my AI asking these questions and training it on what the entire world has to say about this subject. And now, I present to you the answer. AI presents, who is the GOAT? Let's find out.
The argument over the greatest basketball player of all time often ends in a stalemate. It breaks up friendships and ruins barbershop conversations because fans evaluate players using entirely different scorecards. The surface-level arguments usually start here. On one side, Michael Jordan's 6-0 record in the finals. On the other, LeBron James becoming the all-time leading scorer. To find an objective baseline, we have to look past the box scores and ask the people who actually shared the floor with them, the peers who guarded them and felt their impact firsthand. Acknowledging that LeBron merits consideration in this conversation is a sign of respect for his career. When we debate the order at the top, we are really celebrating the game itself. To reach a conclusion, we need to stop asking who is better and start looking at the functional differences in how they played the game. Evaluating these two requires weighing two different ways of winning. It is a choice between two distinct approaches to a basketball career. The first approach is concentrated dominance. This model, represented by Michael Jordan, is built on a high-intensity period of overpowering the league. The second is sustained versatility. This is LeBron's model, an approach designed to maximize output and maintain a high level of play across 2 decades. We can map these using a quadrant chart. The horizontal axis tracks player impact, from system facilitators to isolation finishers. The vertical axis measures effort, weighing peak intensity against sustained longevity. Settling the debate requires you to decide which of these two input-output models carries more weight. Michael Jordan sits in the top right. He was an isolation finisher who focused on taking over late-game situations with his own scoring. That focus led to high-stakes execution, resulting in 6 championships without a loss in the finals. But this style had costs. Early on, critics argued he was a selfish scorer who didn't trust his teammates enough to win a title. LeBron James moves towards the bottom left. He operates as a facilitator, prioritizing the high-percentage play and engineering ways to involve everyone on the floor. This method produced a statistical profile that covers every column of the box score and led to 10 different finals appearances. The trade-off is a tendency to defer in the closing minutes. For some, this looks like a missing killer instinct, and it has contributed to several losses on the biggest stage. A finisher is there to take the final shot. A facilitator is there to ensure the entire team stays at an elite level for the whole season. These offensive roles also dictated how each man used his energy on the defensive end. Jordan often took the toughest defensive assignments himself, matching his offensive output with intense effort on the other end of the floor. This two-way workload gave him a reputation for total commitment that his peers admitted was exhausting to even try to match. However, this pace was physically taxing. It resulted in a career marked by significant breaks and an early exit from his prime, rather than a continuous 20-year run. LeBron takes a different path, managing his energy defensively so he can carry a massive offensive load for his team. Strategic management on that end has granted him 2 decades of durability, even if it means occasionally taking plays off or avoiding the most grueling individual matchups. Jordan pushed both ends of the floor until he needed to step away. LeBron paces himself to ensure the marathon never ends. We see a similar divide in how they built their teams. Jordan stayed with one franchise, working within a single offensive system for his entire prime. By staying put, he built a legacy tied entirely to one city and a specific homegrown core of teammates. The cost was patience. He had to endure years of physical playoff losses while waiting for the front office to build a championship roster around him. LeBron uses a more active approach, moving between teams to align his prime with other stars. This ensures his teams are always immediate contenders, though it loses the narrative of the loyal hero that purists often value. Jordan waited for a system to be built to help him win. LeBron realized he could become his own traveling championship system. A clear pattern emerges when you look at the answers from the 20 legends who faced these men. Players who physically guarded Jordan almost always point to his mentality and his scoring as the highest level of competition they ever faced. Those who played alongside LeBron or view the game through a wider lens argue his total statistical output and longevity are too significant to ignore. These testimonies show a split between those who value peak execution and those who value cumulative greatness. The legends agree on the facts of what happened. These simply weigh those facts differently. Your conclusion depends on what defines greatness. If you value two-way effort, a flawless championship record, and late-game scoring, your choice is Michael Jordan. If you value versatility, total career production, and winning with any franchise over 20 years, your choice is LeBron James. To settle the debate, you don't have to choose who was better. You only have to choose which way of playing the game you value.
All right. Is that who you thought it was going to be? Is that the answer you thought you were going to get? Facts are facts. Data is data. AI, don't lie. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, my friends.